Krypton, the Superman prequel continues, and episode 2 had a fortress of Easter eggs for us to uncover. I'm Jason Inman, so let's dive deep into the Kryptonian archives on episode 2 of Krypton. Brief warning, super friends, there will be spoilers for the episode. We learn a bit more about Adam Strange in this episode of Krypton. He's an archaeology dropout, but we also get a mention of the Zeta Beam. In the comics, the Zeta Beam was built by the scientist Zardoth and was only supposed to be used for communication, but once accidentally transported Adam Strange 25 trillion miles through space to the planet of Ron. That's where Adam eventually picks up his super cool jetpack and costume that you see in the comic books. Episode 2 also gave us some mentions of Kryptonian gods other than Rao. Now these are all gods that Rao has defeated, but one of the names mentioned was Synthona. She made her first comic book appearance in Superman, the Last God of Krypton in 1999. She's basically an evil ice goddess who wanted to make Rao her mate, and years after Krypton's destruction, she tracked down Superman, Kal-El, to fight him since he was the last son of Krypton. Now, less is known about the other gods that were mentioned in this episode, except Yuda was the goddess of love, as well as the goddess of Krypton's two moons. Tel was the ancient Kryptonian god of wisdom, while Mordo was the god of strength, and Laura was the goddess of beauty. These three deities were represented in statue form along the Boulevard of Legendary Heroes in Action Comics number 299 from 1963. The most interesting aspect about this whole show is that at the time of Krypton's destruction, the time of Superman, the planet is a secular society worshiping only Rao. So it appears that we are viewing the end of a polytheistic society to a monotheistic society in this show. We see Quex-El getting the crap kicked out of him in this episode by Lyta Zod. He first appeared in the comic books in Superman number 157, but his most famous comic book storyline is when he was one of Zod's allies and was eventually killed by Superman in Superman number 22. In this episode, we also get the reference to the spirit of Jor-Mon and the mention of the Kryptonian fable about the Jewel Mountain. The Jewel Mountains were a mountain range located on the continent of Lurvan on the planet Krypton. It was situated northwest of the capital city of Kandor. Since Krypton takes place in Kandor, there is a strong possibility that the fortress is located in these mountains, or the series will visit these mountains very soon. Val-El, Seg's grandfather, is resurrected in this episode as a hologram, which is very reminiscent of the way we see Jor-El in the Christopher Reeve movie and in the comic books. Also, Val says that he discovered the Phantom Zone as a shortcut through space. Now, the Phantom Zone first appeared in Adventure Comics number 283. Originally in the comics, the Phantom Zone was discovered by Seg-El's son, Jor-El, as a prison to house Krypton's worst criminals. So it's interesting that this show has decided to move up the discovery of the Phantom Zone by at least 2 generations. Overall, I thought this was an interesting episode that helped to propel the storyline forward, and I'm super looking forward to seeing Seg-El take on Brainiac. Thanks for watching this video. Click subscribe if you liked the video, and while you're down there in the comments, let me know if I missed any Krypton Easter eggs. Be seeing you, super friends.